spectacular collection of Akaviri artifacts. I'm very jealous.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the Hall of the Champion, the only museum of the Champion of Cyrodiil in the Imperial Province. While some call it a place of learning, I imagine it as an altar to the Champion's greatness. I offer exclusive tours of the museum with thrilling explanations of the significance of each artifact. Only 20 septims for a fantastical retelling of the Champion's exploits. Thank you for your contribution. Now please, follow me. Oh goody, you're in for a treat. Our tour begins with the prison.
Careful!
The Champion of Cyrodiil was discovered by His Imperial Majesty Your Septim VII in the Imperial Dungeon. These are the manacles the Champion wore. A priceless artifact, I assure you, which I acquired at a princely sum. The Champion was with the Emperor when he was slain by the cowardly assassins of the Mythic Dawn. Such a shame. But without this grave incident, the Champion would never have risen to prominence. This is a cuirass of Kvatch. It's not the actual cuirass the Champion was rewarded for services to the city. But it was touched by the Champion when they brushed by a guardsman on the way in. Kvatch was the first city saved by the Champion during the Oblivion Crisis. They bravely entered the land of Daedra and broke the siege of the city. An ordinary piece of fabric. How could this be interesting? Must be a placeholder. Except it's not! The Champion used this handkerchief to blow their nose while ascending to Cloud Ruler Temple. It was reclaimed by an old merchant during a trip to the ruins north of the city. Can you believe it? The essence of the Champion, preserved for us to see and touch! Touching the handkerchief is 50 septims. Would you like to touch the handkerchief? There you go. Just touch it. Feel your hands caress it. So, what do you think? Yes, from the records I've studied on the subject, the Champion of Cyrodiil had a terrible case of rock joint at the time. Caused them to blow their nose constantly. Anyway, let's move to the next display. Ah, now this is a treat. The Sword of Byrd, my family's progenitor. Byrd was captain of the Bruma Guard and fought alongside the Champion during the Battle of Bruma. Ever since, my family has taken the name Byrdson to remember the great warrior from whom we stem. Touching the sword is 50 septims. Would you like to touch the sword? Fine, your loss. Let's move on to the next display, huh? Finally, here we have my most prized possession, the Finger of the Champion. Many say the Champion disappeared after the crisis, but I know better. My theory is that the Champion died following a great battle with a were-minotaur, a vampire, and a unicorn. Before the Champion's body could be lost to the earth, it was carried away by woodland creatures at the behest of Kynareth. Unfortunately, a band of Khajiit stole the body when it was being carried by a troop of squirrels. Before the body could be lost, an Argonian mercenary... Well, I won't bother you with the whole story. Just a theory of mine. However, if my theory is correct, then I have recovered one of the last parts of the body, the finger bone, and can present it to you today. The other display cases enclose other items that were owned by the Champion. Swords, shields, brooches, silverware, all very exciting. I also sell Champion's Vigor, a potion distilled from the herbs the Champion was said to consume each morning. And you can have a portrait painted of you with the Champion's finger, but you need to give a week's notice. I hope you enjoyed the tour. Come back if you have any questions about the Champion.